In this case, the judge ordered the mother, who had been absent pursuing her career, to pay $698.78 monthly child support plus retroactive support of $33,541.44 and provide health insurance for their son, while the father expressed relief at receiving consistent financial help and the possibility to better care for his child.
The Vanderbilt Court is now in session. Judge's case of Brown.
Thank you. You all may be seated. Okay, Mr. Brown.
Yes.
You brought this case before the court?
I did.
What's going on?
Well, she left when our son was 11 months old. He's
11 months?
11 months, yes. And she chose to pursue her career.
Wait a minute, I got hung up. You said 11 months
11
and he's
months.
10 years old now?
He's 10 years old now. She chose her career over being a parent, although she wanted to be a parent, and left me with the child. It's been hard. I do what I can do. Take care of our son. She's still chasing her dreams. Nothing wrong with that, but she did decide to have a child, and I just want to know what happened. Some kind of financial compensation if she's chasing her dreams and making all the money she wants to make. Maybe she can just throw some money our way, and that'll be fine.
That would be fine, and I agree with that, ma'am. Is there a reason that you have not paid this man child support? He's been having your son for 10 years.
He said throw some money their way. What that mean? Throw some money their way?
Would you clarify for her
well,
what you mean by that,
Well, if she doesn't want to be in his life and be around and be a mother, and I have to be the father and the mother, then maybe I should be compensated for being the father and the mother.
Alright guys, this one hits hard from the first second. Judge Vonda walks into a courtroom already thick with tension, and within moments she's staring at a father who claims he's been raising his 10-year-old son alone for nearly a decade. Judge Vonda doesn't blink when she hears the mother left to chase her career. She leans in because this isn't just about absence, it's about accountability.
You mean by her paying child support?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's all he looks for is money.
Well,
Okay, it takes more than air to raise a child, ma'am. You have to pay something. What else do you want him to receive to be able to raise this child? I'm listening.
And our child has dreams.
He needs to get a job and stop trying to depend on
no, what you need to do is listen to what I'm saying and answer my question and not worry about what he has going on. Everything is about you right now.
Is it?
Oh, yeah, it is. We'll get to the money part in just a minute in terms of calculations, because this child has been with him for a long time, and to go without any sort of financial assistance, and based on what you've turned in, you've made money and you have not given anything to him for your child, it's absurd.
I've been throwing money his way, and I don't know what he's been doing with it, because I make over $85,000 a year.
Excuse me?
Over $85,000 a year.
You make over $85,000
Over
a year.
$85,000
She hasn't given
a year,
you any
and
money, sir?
Not too much, and really, the thing is,
this dude is lying. This
the thing
dude is
is,
lying.
Excuse me, I can't listen to both of y'all at the same time. I have 2 ears, but I only can listen to one person
well,
at
the
a
thing
time.
is, well, she's all free pursuing her career. I have to watch the child.
As the father explains the struggle, Judge Vonda locks onto the central issue: no consistent child support for 10 years. The mother admits she earns over $85,000 annually as an esthetician, yet payments have been irregular at best. Judge Vonda cuts through the noise and attitude, making it crystal clear: raising a child requires more than excuses and ego.
Wait a minute, what kind of, ma'am,
Well,
please.
it's hard to find a job and take care of a kid.
What kind of career does she have?
She's an esthetician.
Okay.
Eyelashes, taking care of people's eyelashes.
Okay.
She makes pretty good money at it. Actually, she's good at her job.
And
Okay.
she work hard for it too.
However,
Ma'am,
diapers and
excuse me, sir. All this extra and this attitude, I'm the only person that can have an attitude in here, okay? Yes, it's right. So I'm gonna need you to tone it down a little bit, okay? Thanks. Go ahead, sir.
And our 10-year-old is a grown boy, and he has a lot of things he'd like to do, and it's very hard for me. I don't want to get any government assistance. I would like to do it as best as I can on my own. However, I can't go back to school and take care of our son and have a job and run a business. Is very hard, and
I imagine so.
It is.
I imagine so. What type of expenses does your son have?
He has normal childhood expenses, food.
Is he involved in extracurricular activities?
Yes, he likes to read. He likes games. I like to keep him with electronics and things to spark his interest.
What type of extracurricular activities?
He likes go-karts, motorcycles. He likes race cars.
The father describes a growing boy with dreams, electronics, racing hobbies, park trips, real childhood experiences that cost real money. Judge Vonda listens carefully, then redirects the chaos in the room. She reminds the mother that personal ambition does not override parental duty. Under Judge Vonda's watch, the focus shifts from blame to hard financial facts.
Train sets, video games. He likes going out to the park, going to the lake, and all that.
Ma'am, do you hear all of that? All of that costs money.
It sure does, and like he said, I've been throwing money their way.
Every now and then, it hasn't been consistent.
It's not very consistent.
And it clearly cannot be consistent. Otherwise, you wouldn't have a reason to be here.
Does he have a job? Can you ask him that question?
Ma'am, you know what? He's taking care of the child.
Doing what though?
The child lives with him, correct?
Correct.
Right. So whether he works or not, it doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is that he is raising you all's child, and you're not doing anything consistently. So we're going to make that change.
According to him, though, right?
I want to see you do the same. After I finish with these calculations. Okay. So, who carries health insurance?
Obviously not him.
Do you carry it? Do you carry health insurance for the child?
Ask him.
Do you carry health insurance for
all the information?
Ma'am.
Well, see, that's the problem. I have a hard time communicating with her. Communication.
I'm having a hard time communicating with her, so I can't even imagine what you have to deal with and
Very
talking
rough.
to her about the child.
And he just wants to know where his mother is and why she doesn't want to be part of our lives.
When the topic of health insurance surfaces, the silence is loud. Judge Vonda discovers the child has no active coverage. That revelation changes the temperature instantly. Judge Vonda's tone sharpens. This is no longer just about money. It's about basic protection and stability for a child who didn't choose this situation.
And why she doesn't want to come around, why she wasn't involved in any of his after-school activities.
That is a legitimate concern. That is a legitimate
concern.
concern.
Know where his mother
Sir,
is.
Who pays health insurance for the child?
Well, the health insurance, it's kind of hard right now.
So he doesn't have any health insurance coverage right now.
He has no health insurance.
Please.
So we're going to fix that right now. So according to your own testimony and your tax returns and your 1099s, it does equate to about $85,000 a year. So what we're going to do is order you to pay child support. Based on your gross, it comes out to $7,083.33. And right now the child isn't covered on any sort of health insurance coverage, so you're also going to be responsible for obtaining health insurance for the child. Okay, and I'm going to order you to do that within 30 days. That's what you're going to have to do. I have your net resources at $5,138.10. So your child support obligation monthly, and giving you credit, how many other children did you say?
I have 4.
4, okay. So giving you credit for your other children, your child support obligation comes out to $698.78. And I'm also going to order you pay back support to this man. He requested in his paperwork that you pay back support to him. It's known as retroactive child support.
Then Judge Vonda moves into calculation mode. Based on verified income, she determines monthly child support at $698.78 after credits. But Judge Vonda doesn't stop there. Texas law allows retroactive support for 4 years. The back pay totals $33,541.44 to be repaid at $1,000 per month. Judge Vonda methodically builds a ruling that cannot be dodged.
In Texas, it can go back the last 4 years. So, in calculating what your monthly child support obligation should be for the past 4 years, child support back pay is $33,541.44. And I'm going to have you repay that monthly at $1,000. So your total monthly obligation is $1,698.78 for child support obligation. Any questions about that?
As long as he get a job. and stop living off of me.
You know what, ma'am? He can't be living off of you if you haven't given him anything consistently.
That's according to him.
Okay, well, you haven't provided me with anything different. Okay, so, exactly. Is there anything further, sir?
No, not too much. As long as she doesn't want to be around and she's willing to financially help support him, then maybe I can go off and further my education and be a better father and mother.
Sounds good to me. So, if there's nothing further from either of you, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm done.
Okay, you know what, ma'am, cut it.
By the end, Judge Vonda delivers the final blow, a total monthly obligation of $1,698.78, plus mandatory health insurance within 30 days. The mother protests, but Judge Vonda shuts it down with precision. Financial responsibility is not optional. As the courtroom clears, Judge Vonda leaves behind more than an order. She leaves a message. Parenthood is permanent, and accountability will always catch up.
Judge Vonda B. Court is now in session. This is case number JVB 1014, case of the Taylors.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Mr. Taylor,
Yes, ma'am.
you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Okay, so Sam and I split up a while back, but 2 months ago she moved out and left me with our darling children. I have an 11-year-old named Emma.
Okay.
And my 6-year-old boy is Braxton. And my 2 kids live with me. She's been out of the house for 2 months. I'm seeking 2 months of back child support and child support.
Okay. And why didn't you give him any money when you left? Obviously, if he's asking for 2 months worth of back pay.
So he's asking for money, but what he's not including is the fact that I'm a nurse. I work intense hours that are very irregular. So we decided it was best.
All right, guys, the courtroom locks into silence as Judge Vonda steps in and immediately takes control. Judge Vonda wastes no time. Mr. Taylor claims he's been left alone with Emma and Braxton for 2 months. Judge Vonda hears it clearly. He wants back child support and accountability starting now.
If the kids stay in his home, since he has a more steady daily schedule. I am living with my mother when the kids have a day off of school or a weekend where I'm available, or any time that they need to be taken care of, they are with me or with my mother at that time. He is saving on daycare, any care like that, and I am spending the emotional support time with them and also providing for...
Did you really just say that? You're spending emotional support?
I don't understand what's wrong with that.
You're not paying him any money.
I am not paying him. The children are with me approximately half the time. We don't have a formal agreement on that.
Approximately, but not half the time, right?
No.
Okay. So, you should be paying child support to him.
Judge Vonda turns to the mother, a nurse earning solid income, arguing that her irregular schedule justifies the arrangement. She claims emotional support and weekend care balance the scales. But Judge Vonda cuts through that logic fast. Emotions don't replace financial obligation.
If we want to lay down the hours and really count it out, then we can. I work usually 4 days on, 3 days off, sometimes 3 days on, 2 days off.
Okay.
My schedule is very irregular.
Which means that the children are with him most of the time. So you should be paying child support.
They come to me and my mother's home a lot of the time.
Right, and I get it. However, the law is very straightforward. Whoever the child lives with, the children in this case live with, majority of the time they're going to be considered the custodial parent. And the non-custodial parent has the obligation to pay child support. That's the way that it works. You said you're a nurse. How much money do you make?
Around $80,000 a year.
Let me see. Okay, yeah, I see your check stubs here. And how much do you make?
$125,000 a year.
Okay, do you all split, excuse me?
He's doing fine.
When Judge Vonda presses on custody, the truth sharpens. The children live primarily under the father's roof. Judge Vonda lays down the law with precision. The custodial parent is where the children reside most of the time, and the non-custodial parent pays. No creative math, no verbal gymnastics.
You are too. You make $80,000 a year. You're not doing fine?
I am doing fine.
Oh, okay. I mean, so you both are doing well. So those little comments, they're unnecessary. $125,000 a year.
Yes,
Do you all share custody like she's saying?
Yeah, they're over there every now and then.
Well, when you say every now and then,
Well, they live with me.
okay.
You know, they live under my roof. I pay their insurance. They're,
Well, that's my question.
Yeah.
They're not with you a full week and then they're with her a full week and you guys are rotating and
No.
everything like that. Then yeah, that really doesn't justify you not paying child support. And yes, you should have given him child support when you left. Okay? You had the obligation to do that. When you were no longer living with the children and you left them to live with him, you owed him child support. So you are going to be paying child support starting today, and you also are going to give him back 2 months worth of back pay. Okay? So based on the documents that you turned in, I have
Judge Vonda examines the income disclosures, $80,000 versus $125,000, and shuts down petty commentary instantly. Both are financially stable, and Judge Vonda makes it clear this isn't about pride, it's about responsibility. The mother left the home, the obligation followed her out the door.
your gross at $80,000 broken down to $6,606. Ooh, it's got tongue tied. It's a lot of sixes. $6,666.67. That brings your net to $4,961.81. Make sure, and 2 children, correct?
Yes,
Who carries health insurance?
I do.
How much is health insurance?
$208 a month.
208, okay. So you're also going to be reimbursing that to him every month, okay? And that coverage is for the children only, right?
Right.
Yeah, you are going to reimburse that to him, okay? So your child support amount is $1,240.45 plus the 208 for the health insurance, $1,448.45. And then your back pay, you're just going to pay that out monthly, adding in, I'd say about...
Now the numbers hit hard. Judge Vonda calculates net income, factors in insurance, and methodically constructs the order. $1,240.45 in base support, $208 reimbursement for health coverage. Judge Vonda makes every dollar deliberate and documented.
$50 a month added into that as well. So do you understand that?
Okay, is there a set time that I mean, I guess until the back pay is completed?
Yes, when
at
the
whatever
back
rate works.
Right. When the back pay is completed, that $50 will drop off.
Okay.
You know, you can pay the full amount. I mean, if you want to, it's about $2,480. You can pay it in one lump sum if you want to. Pay it out over like $50. $50 really doesn't cover a lot of the interest, but I mean, that's the lowest that it can go.
Oh, yeah, I'm not asking for the monthly amount to be lower. I understand that.
Okay.
We can take care of it however you decree.
Okay. So do you all have any other issues or anything needing addressing today?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Well, if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Finally, Judge Vonda delivers the decisive blow, $1,448.45 monthly, plus back pay structured until satisfied, roughly $2,480 owed, with interest ticking. Judge Vonda leaves no ambiguity. Support starts today, accountability is immediate, and excuses are officially over.
All rise. Judge Vonda B. Court is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1030, Armstrong case.
You all may be seated. Okay, Mrs. Armstrong.
Yes, Ms. Judge.
Okay, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Oh, well, Miss Tally over here, we decided to have a baby together about 3 years ago. And we got a divorce. And now I just need her to pay some child support.
Okay. Well, you guys are going through a divorce, right?
Well, yeah, sorry, we're going through a divorce. I wish it was over already. But I've been paying health care for a long time, about ever since the baby was born.
How much is the health care?
It's $111 a month.
Okay.
This baby is 2 years old. We've been together for about 3 years, and I just, that's a lot of money.
Alright guys, the courtroom locks into silence as Judge Vonda steps in and takes control of the Armstrong dispute. Judge Vonda listens as one mother demands child support after a divorce, claiming she has carried the financial weight alone. The tension is immediate. This is not just about money, it is about power, control, and a child caught in the middle. Judge Vonda wastes no time cutting straight to the core.
Okay, and you want her to pay child support.
And I need that money.
Okay, she needs that money. You don't want to pay that money?
No, ma'am. Instead, I want to spend time with this child. She's not allowing me to see my son, Alex, for the last year and a half.
Okay.
I mean, I have an amazing 2-year-old son that I'm being denied access to see. And I do not believe that I should be paying child support. Rather than I should be able to spend time with my son and actively be in his life.
Okay. Is there a reason you have not been allowing her to see Alex?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there a reason for that?
Well, Judge, I feel like time is not money. And, she'll...
Well, stop. Hold on. It's not money. But you would agree with me that she is the mother, right?
Yes.
Okay. And would you want for her to deny you access to Alex?
Well, it would be
It's a yes or no?
No.
Okay, then. So...
Judge Vonda hears the other mother's defense. She does not want to just pay. She wants access to her 2-year-old son, Alex. For a year and a half, she claims she has been denied time with him. Judge Vonda leans in, making it clear that parenthood is not optional and access is not a bargaining chip. The atmosphere sharpens as Judge Vonda begins dismantling the emotional standoff.
You do not have a reason to not allow her to see her son.
But she doesn't help me take care of my son.
Now, financially, we'll get to that in a moment. She's not going to have a choice if the child is living with you primarily. Is that what's
Correct.
going on?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And how often do you allow her to see him at all?
No.
Okay. Now that's going to change today. You do not have any authority to do that. You do not have it both ways. You can't say, I want her to pay this money, but at the same time, I don't want her to see our son. It doesn't work like that.
Well, once she starts paying me some money, then she can also start seeing the son.
Well, they don't go together.
Okay.
But the possession to a child has nothing to do with paying child support. You do not decide that. You understand? Okay, because in a different court, you could actually be held in contempt for that if you all had a court order and you were denying her access to your son. You understand that, right?
When one mother admits she is blocking visits until money flows in, Judge Vonda immediately shuts it down. Judge Vonda firmly explains that visitation and child support are legally separate obligations. One does not cancel out the other. The warning is blunt. Deny access under a court order and contempt charges could follow. In that moment, Judge Vonda reasserts that the child's rights outweigh the parent's resentment.
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Now, as for you, you'll be able to see your son, but you do understand that you have to pay child support as well.
Absolutely, yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you do not have any objection to paying
No,
child
ma'am.
support. Okay, so you heard that, right? Okay, all right. So it seems like money is what's important to you, not necessarily her having a relationship with the child. That's right, right?
Yes.
And that's sad. And it's very sad that you admitted it. Okay, so you turned in some tax returns up here. I have your gross at $6,000 a year. And how many children? It's just Alex, right?
It's just one. Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any other children outside of Alex?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So that brings your net down to $4,789.79.
Then Judge Vonda pivots to the numbers, and the financial reality hits hard. With income calculations laid bare, Judge Vonda determines over $1,000 per month is owed, including reimbursement for health insurance. The smirk from one side does not go unnoticed. Judge Vonda calls it out instantly. This is not a game, and Judge Vonda makes sure everyone understands the seriousness of the ruling.
For one child, and then you do have to reimburse her health insurance because
Absolutely.
she's been paying it. You're okay with that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, you don't really have a choice, so okay. Plus the 111 comes out to $1,069 a month.
Okay. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
All right. Do you have any questions about that?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Do you have any questions about that?
No, ma'am, Miss Judge.
Okay. Why do you have this smirk on your face?
Oh, I like those numbers. Judge Vonda. Judge Vonda.
Sad.
she's not going to have to come back in here and say, you know, she's not letting me see my child or anything like that, is she?
So when she sees the child, do I have to be around?
That's a no, because you're not gonna do that, right? You're gonna let her see the child.
Do I have to be around her when she comes? She has to come pick the child up, like for a weekend?
Yeah, however she picks him up.
As questions about how much time is enough surface, Judge Vonda cuts through the pettiness. There will be no micromanaging of minutes or weaponizing of schedules. Judge Vonda makes it clear the child needs both mothers, regardless of their personal hostility. The directive is firm: coexist, cooperate, and act in the child's best interest.
I mean, you guys have a child, so you should be able to be cordial with each other to some extent. You don't have to necessarily like each other, but you do need to let her see.
The child.
Huh?
It has to be able to benefit the child. I mean, you have to look at Alex's best interest in his life. He needs both of his moms. It's like you can't just deny one.
What's the least amount of time that I can let her spend with my child?
You know what? We're not going to go there. You're going to let her see him, and that's the end of it. You have your money, right?
Yes.
Okay then. So do you have any other questions? All right. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
In the final moments, Judge Vonda brings the hammer down with clarity and authority. Child support will be paid, health costs reimbursed, and visitation will not be obstructed. Judge Vonda reframes the entire conflict, not as a financial feud, but as a test of parental responsibility. When the courtroom adjourns, one truth stands undeniable under Judge Vonda's ruling: a child is not leverage, and justice will not tolerate manipulation.